Recording in progress. Welcome everyone to our restorative mobility class. Let's go ahead and begin. We'll start at the chair, probably do some standing stretches and then finish off on the floor. That works for everyone. But we'll be right here. At some point during the session, right before we end, I will come around and ask everyone if they would like to be re-enrolled into our stretching class for the fall. I had just blanked out there. So good morning, Charisse and Jen. Noor. All right, Debbie.
Hi, Leo.
Welcome.
Yes.
Hello. All right, let's go ahead and begin our session. So let's look left to right over here. So just hanging out.
You want to try mine on? See if they're bigger?
So
Those look bigger than these.
Yeah, try them on.
I think, Jen, we got you unmuted right now. So
I mean, we can't share. We've got to each have a pair, but
let's look up and down. Up and down now. Full range of motion here. All right, let's look left. Add a little bit of pressure to your chin. Apply pressure to that side. Very good. Let's look right. The same. Apply pressure there. Alright, let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Bring your right hand over and stretch. And then just a little update. This week we will not meet on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So in case you missed that announcement, next time for this specific class we'll meet will be next week on Tuesday. Go ahead and switch. Sit on that right hand. Left hand comes over. Hey Wayne. Welcome. Alright, let's push up towards the ceiling. Just reach up towards the ceiling here. Let's reach. Let's lean right. Let's look left. Very good. Let's bring that left arm across. Left arm should be going across. And yeah, this is tomorrow. We're already in July, so remember our last session is August 1st, which is a Saturday. Let's switch. If you happen to be in my Saturday class, next Saturday we're planning on meeting in person out there by Miles Square Park, so I'll make sure to send details for that. Let's bring our hand over and drop that palm behind you, and we're gonna push down gently to stretch out that tricep muscle. We're gonna switch. So the left arm comes back and push down. Very good. Let's go ahead and do our opposite shoulder tap. So just tapping your opposite shoulder here. Let's flip our palms facing backwards and then up and down. Fully extend down. All right, we're gonna do our trunk rotation. So let's have a look to the right. Okay, grab a hold of the chair and gently rotate to your right side. Reach a little bit more, try to turn a little bit more. Let's switch. Let's go ahead and turn to our left side. Rotate our torso. Rotate a little more. And relax, okay? All right, I'm just gonna rotate the chair here. I'm gonna start with some shoulder circles. So shoulders are up, forward, down, back. Just have those shoulders coming in full circle. Let's go in reverse. Up, back, down, forward. Very good. Let's do our cat scratching pose. So sit towards the front of the chair. We're gonna reach up towards the ceiling. And then stretch, stretch, stretch all the way down. And pull. Alright, repeat. Reach. Pull. Keep that going. Reach. Pull and reach. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Reach. 2 more. Last one. Very good. All right, next we're gonna just kind of put our hands together here, stretch them out in front of you. We're gonna look down and we're gonna punch forward and relax. Over here, look down, punch forward, relax. Continue. I'm gonna do 8 of these. That's 6. And one more. Oof. Okay. And go ahead and do some scapula squeezes. So this is where we bring our elbows back behind us. So just try to bring your elbows back, squeeze for about 2 seconds, and then relax. Let's repeat. Squeeze. Relax. Again. Again. Repeat. And one more. Very good. Back here. Let's go ahead and do our hip opener. So sitting on the front of the chair, right knee, step that out. Don't allow it to collapse, so use your hand here. Torso's nice and upright. That torso upright. Let's go ahead and switch. Torso's upright, right knee is forward, left knee is out, being propped up by that left hand. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and do our piriformis stretch. So right ankle on that left knee. Ankle on that left knee. Let's gentle push down on that right knee. So gentle push. Bring that knee up. Hold it. Let's switch. Left ankle on that right knee. Let's slight push down on that left knee. that knee up. Hold it. All right, let's go ahead. Sit towards the front of the chair, lean back. Let's recline. Bring that right leg close to your chest and extend that lower leg. All right, let's switch. Left knee comes up towards your chest. Extend that lower leg. Alright, very good. Just going to do a leg press motion. It's more of like a single bicycle kick here. So press out, bring that heel in, and just keep that circular motion going. Alright, we're going to switch. You can just keep on rotating here. Very good. Right, a little bit of some hip flexor stretching. So just gonna elevate my right leg here, hold supporting my femur, and I want to swing my right ankle to the right side. Okay, and just adding a little bit of movement here. Not much action going on, but we are working the little tendons, big tendons around the knee, that sometimes we don't move in this manner. Let's go ahead and switch. I like that left leg. Very good. All right, we're gonna work on our wrist and our fingers a little bit, okay? So allow your hand to go past your knees, okay? Wrist is gonna collapse. Right wrist is collapsing, left hand is on top. We're applying a little bit of pressure downwards, and that right hand we're trying to bring up as we're applying pressure down. So we're working out that forearm. So let's do about 6 of those. So each push should be for about 4 or 5 seconds. And last one. All right, let's do the left side. And one more. All right. Let's go ahead and bring each finger on your right hand individually to the center of your hand without flexing at the knuckles. So just keeping those fingers straight. All right, now let's do that, but now bending each knuckle as you're bringing each finger straight. Alright, let's make a fist. Open your hand. Just relax. Fist. Open. Let's web out the fingers away from each other. So bring them together and web them out. So you should feel the tendons, the space between each finger. Trying to separate as much as possible. Two more. All right, let's go left hand. Left hand now, okay? So each finger individually to the center of your hand. All right, let's bend each knuckle of each finger as we're bringing them individually to the center of the hand. Alright, make a fist, relax it, make a fist, relax. Alright, let's web out the fingers away from each other. So web them out, stretch out the tendons between your fingers. Alright, let's go ahead and just finish off with our lower legs here. Okay, so just some easy heel raises, about 15 to 20. Just stretching out the heels, your calves by raising your heels. Now toe raises, so keep your feet flat and raise your toes up and down. Right ankle ABCs. And we'll switch. Alright, now let's keep your feet flat and pull your toes towards your heels. Alright, and then now your feet are flat, and let's pull your metatarsals towards your heels. So trying to do the same motion but without curling your toes, okay? So just try to bring that soft pads of your forefoot towards your heels. Alright, let's go ahead and transition to our standing exercises. So go ahead and find your foam roller or broomstick. Grab some water as well. So give you folks about a minute to do those things. Let's go ahead and begin. So we have our foam roller here. Let's go up and down. Now side to side. Alright, we're going to do these twists here, so just rotate them. Alright, let's focus on that left shoulder, so let's push with the right hand, guide with the left. So I'm working on that left shoulder. Just bring it off to the side. Alright, 30 degrees forward. Sixty degrees forward. $90, right in front of you. Towards the back. Right, focus on that right shoulder, so left hand pushes, right hand guides. $30 degrees forward. $60. $90, right in front of you. Towards the back. Alright, let's go ahead and go behind the back here and then up and down. Now lift. All right. Very good. All right, the remainder of the class we're gonna spend on the floor. Okay, so you're gonna grab your yoga mats. Be on the floor for the floor stretches. So we'll start off by just kneeling and sitting so our feet are flat, our top of our feet are on making contact with the floor, so the bottom of our feet are not touching the floor, and we're just going to sit back, kneeling, sitting on our heels. Hopefully that's not causing pain. Okay, stretching the top part of our feet here. Working with that. Let's go ahead and tuck in our toes underneath. Now, be careful with this one. We don't want to snap our little tendons around our feet. So now we're still sitting on our heels, but now our toes are tucked in. So this is stretching out your arches a little bit more. Great. All right. From here, let's go ahead, get in this kneel position. And we're just gonna lean forward and back. Try to keep that foot flat on the floor. Back. Let's go ahead and switch. All right, very good. Let's go ahead and let's go into prone position, so belly down, resting on your elbows. Just get in that position, get comfortable. Elbows at your side. All right, let's place your hands where your elbows were and push up. Let's go ahead and bring our glutes to our heels in one motion here. Keep your hands where they are. Drop your elbows. And reset. Let's go quadruped position. So wrists right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. All right, let's arch up and down, up, down. So we're doing cat-cows right now. Up, down, up, down. Very good. Let's shift our hands to the left side of the mat. So keep your knees where they are, shift to the left, arch up, bring your glutes back. Reset. Let's shift to the right now. Okay, arch up, hips back. Reset. I'm just gonna do a couple more stretches here from the floor. All right, we're gonna go ahead and bring your right leg, swing it out in front of you. Once you can't go anymore, drop that heel. So you stretch out the hamstring. Go ahead and switch. Let's swing it back behind you. Once you can't go anymore, drop that heel, that ankle. Swing it back. Tuck in your knees. Stack your hands. We're going to do 5 book openers on this side. So just, you're here on your side. Follow your hand as it's going behind you. Keep that back flat. And repeat. 1. 2. 3. Doing 5. 4. And 1 more. And 5. Right. Good. We're going to switch sides. It's the same movements, but now on while we're laying on your right side. So let's bring that left leg, swing it out in front of you as far as you can, and drop that heel. And let's swing it back behind you. Drop that heel there. Alright, let's stack our legs. Slight bend at the knees. Stack your hands. And let's go ahead and do 5 of these. That's 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. All right. Oof. Very good, everyone. Good job for our double session today. So before I head out, I do want to just take the quick roll regarding re-enrollment for the folks that are here. So let me end this recording right now.